Welcome back, and today we are gonna be reviewing a Toyota Urban Cruiser. So for those who know, they know that this is a model that's produced by Toyota in collaboration with Suzuki. You know that Suzuki and Toyota, they have that collaboration where you see cars that look the same but with a different badge. So today we're going to be focused on this one from the Toyota side. So looking at this car in terms of how it looks from the outside, I would say that it looks really well in terms of the profile. I would say that it does do well in terms of that SUV look, because when you buy an SUV, you're expecting your SUV to look like an SUV and not look like a small car. So what I can say is that this car, it really does that well. So I do like in terms of how it looks. So let's talk about the car that we're looking at. So we are looking at the Urban Cruiser. So this is the one that's the automatic one, and in terms of automatic, we know that it's a 4-speed automatic. So in terms of some people may like in terms of how it drives, some people may not like how it drives. So there's positives and negatives, and in terms of the driving, how this car drives, we'll talk about it as soon as I drive the car. So the first thing that I can talk about is the key. Hopefully you can focus. So this is the key that you get. So for a lot of people who drive the Suzuki Swift, they will be very familiar with this key. So it only has two things. It only has the lock button and the unlock button. So that's it. So the other thing that's special in terms of this car, so this car, it comes with keyless entry, but that keyless entry, it comes with certain, I would say, certain modifications. So it doesn't apply to all doors. So only the doors that have this black button, the moment you press, you have to press twice, then the car will open for you without even going to your pocket to unlock. But all the other doors, so what I can say that all the other doors, which are the back doors, they don't open with keyless entry. So the front two doors, they open with keyless entry, but the back doors, the one for the passengers, unfortunately they don't get that luxury. They don't get that luxury, which I can say it's a good thing, because there's a lot of people who can go to the mall. There are those people, as soon as when you're closing the doors, and when you're closing your driver's door, then they would open your passenger door, then you take your valuables as soon as you walk away from the car. So that's something that I can say is a positive. So let's talk about how this car looks. So the first thing, let's talk about the color. So this is called silver gray, which I can say I like how it looks. To be honest, I like how it looks. And the other thing that I like about this car is that it has chrome bits in a good way that's not overdone. So if we start to get closer to the car, this is the chrome bit that I'm talking about, which looks silver, and also it has the blacked out areas such as the grille here. So I would say that that's a good profile in terms of how it looks. So depending on how much you are willing to pay, you will also get certain other advantages in terms of the car. You can get a two-tone one, which obviously it will come with this chrome bit, but other than that, it will come also with the blacked out roof. So what I can say is that in terms of the styling of this car, the one with the blacked out roof, they're the ones that I kind of feel like they look better in terms of what I've seen. So let's focus on the exterior of this car in terms of what it comes with. So it comes with daytime running light, so that also forms part of the indicator. I can just show you. So that's the one. So when the car is on, it becomes whitish. So that's how it looks in terms of the daytime running lights, which they do look good. But there's one thing that I don't like about this car. It's the lights. So these lights, they might look nice, but what I can tell you is that these are halogen lights. So manufacturers are trying to make halogen lights to be modern, but in terms of modern, in terms of how they look at night when you switch them on, what I can tell you is that halogen lights are always going to be halogen lights. So I would have wished for Toyota to give us the LED lights that you get from the Swift. So in terms of the differences between the Urban Cruiser and the, what is it called, I forgot the name, but the one that you get from the Suzuki brand is that it comes with LEDs. So it kind of feels like Toyota is the cheap brand of Suzuki Swift, where you have to forfeit certain advantages that the car comes with. The other one is a sunroof. So this one, it doesn't have a sunroof, whereas if you buy it from Suzuki, it comes with a sunroof. And also in terms of the pricing, it's cheaper as well, because this one brand new, like this one, this car was bought brand new, it went for around 450,000. So that's almost close to $500,000. So you are paying a lot for this car. So let's continue to talk about the car. So if you go to the back, in terms of the lights, they have a certain design. I'm not sure whether this is a C, so it's like a C, double C. So that's also another differences that you will see when you see the one from Suzuki Swift, not Suzuki Swift, in terms of Suzuki. So let's talk about the other thing that I don't like about this car. So you can see at the back, it has the sensors, the PDC, the ones that help you when you are reversing, and also the other thing that it comes with, it also comes with a reversing camera, which is very clear. So let's talk about something that I don't like about this car. So let's go all the way to the front. I don't know if you guys can notice what I'm seeing. If you look here, we don't have front sensors. So if you are parking somewhere, just know that this car, as big as it is, you won't be able to know in terms of how far it is, besides using your eyes. So I would have wished it comes with front sensors, you know, especially at this price range, because we are paying a lot. So let me not focus too much on the negatives, but let's go also to the positive. This is the tires that it comes with when you go for this trim. So this is a very good tire. So this is a size 17, and I like that it's blacked out, because you know, today there's a lot of people actually converting their tires to be blacked out. They're doing it on their own. So what they do is that they'll take out the rims and actually spray the car. So in terms of the quality, man, the quality is good, man. Just listen to that. How a door closes can tell you a lot in terms of a car. So now we need to move on to the interior of the car. Here's that thing that I was talking about, that the back doors, they don't have keyless entry. So that's something that you're gonna need to live with. You're probably gonna forget, which I tend to do. So let's go to the interior. So talking about the interior, first of all, I'll say don't mind that this car is late. It's gonna go to the car wash. I'm gonna take it to the car wash after here. So these are the speakers that I've been talking about. So this is the driver door. So what you get the automatic windows, so you can open even both the back ones. This is where you lock. This is where you control your mirrors, and also your mirrors, they are auto folding, these mirrors. So if you press this button, let's see if I can do it. Yeah, you can see the mirrors, they fold on themselves. So if you go back, let's say you need to go somewhere, you just need to press that button. Then you can see your mirrors, they will unfold. So going from the inside, this is how the car looks. I don't know why it doesn't want to stop screaming at me. So let me just close. So let's talk about the interior, and let's first start with the gauge cluster for you to be able to see. Let me start the car. So what you do is that you press the brake, and then you press start. Then the car has started. So what I'm noticing is that it's getting very hot because we're at Venda. So the other advantage is that it comes with auto aircon. So what it will do in terms of this air conditioning, it means that it's gonna detect the temperature that's outside irrespective to the temperature that's inside. Then it's gonna try to warm up or heat up, but let's just say to cool down the car. So, because that's what mostly happens. Other than that, so the other thing, this is the gauge cluster. In terms of the screen, this is all you get. You don't see a lot of information. So you get your ref counter here, your tachometer, where you can see how far it goes. The other thing that I can say, people don't get robbed here. If a car says it can reach 160 in terms of kilometers per hour, just know that most cars lie, where especially most cars are kept in around 250 kilometers per hour. So that's just an area of interest. In terms of the steering wheel, this is the steering wheel that you get. What you get cruise control, then you can control your music and your volume. This is for when you're on a call. That's it. You don't get anything else. I don't know if for these buttons, if you get something when you choose the Suzuki variant that has more options. I don't know. This is the screen that you get. The display, it's very good, to be honest. It's very good in terms of the map. What I can say is that most of you guys are just gonna use Android Auto. So it is wireless Android Auto, which that's all that you need. That's all that you need to care about. So that's the sound. Never mind this. This is just something for the tracker that is being installed. So never mind that. So going up here, these are the lights. So let's talk about another disadvantage. You don't have that area here where you put sunglasses. So in terms of the visors, this is what you get. And the other disadvantage is that there's no light in this price range. Yeah, that's very absurd. Then in terms of storage, get a bit of storage here where you can store whatever drink that you want. Then you also get two more here and another one on the side. But this is where you open when you want to open. Yeah, this is what I'm drinking today. It's a very weird drink, I know. So this is how the interior looks in terms of this car. Let's continue in terms of the back. So the other thing that you'll notice is that there's a seat cover for this one. So it obviously doesn't come with it. So this is how the door looks. It comes with storage and the speaker that we're talking about. If you go from the back, so this is the sitting position. You can see there's a lot of knee space. And also there is a vent. The disadvantage is that the back passengers, they cannot adjust. And also from the side, there's an adjustable armrest, so you can adjust it going forward, and it's leather wrapped. So this is what your passengers are gonna see when they're at the back, whether your kids or who it is. Like I said, there's no sunroof. And in terms of the light, this is the light that they have at the back, and this is all that you're gonna see when you're at the back. So let's go out from the car so that you can just see how it looks from the back. So let's talk about storage at the back. So okay, let's go back to the boot. I'm not sure I'm forgetting how you open the boot. So there's a button here. Oh, okay, got it. So it's a manual opening boot. So there's no auto tailgate. So this is how big it is. What I can say is that it's not that big, to be honest. And underneath you only get a spare wheel. That's all you get, to be honest, in terms of the back. So let me close it. And the other thing that you'll notice, I don't know if you can see here, if it can focus, what I can tell you is that under there's two buttons. So what happens is that maybe you're coming out with your grocery, you have a button that functions like a keyless entry. So if you press that button, then you'll be able to load out your grocery, then you can close with that unlocking. So now let's talk about this car. let's talk about how this car drives. So in terms of how this car drives, there's one thing that I can say I don't like in terms of the takeoff. There's a slight delay that you get when you put your foot down. I'm sure this is because of the lack of gears. So this car in terms of an automatic, this is a 4-speed automatic. So there's this bit delay that you get. You can see where it tries to build the rev count, but in terms of speed, it's very quick acceleration. But to me, that's the only thing I don't like because the car tends to scream a lot at you. But if you can overlook that, then definitely you can be able to see a lot of positives in terms of this car. Um, this car, in terms of the amount of power that it produces, I know it produces around, I think it's 75 kilowatts. I can be wrong. I can be wrong. It's possible that I'm not correct, but in terms of what I can recall, that's the power figure that I know about this car. And in terms of the sound system, this car, it comes with 4 speakers. So that would be 2 speakers at the front and 2 speakers at the back. And I can already tell you that they do a proper work. They do a proper work. The sound that comes out of these speakers, I am I am very satisfied with it. And the other thing that you can do, you can play around in terms of the equalizer on this beautiful small screen that's here. And from there on, then you can be able to adjust and know that okay, I'm covered in terms of sound. So that's the sound. Obviously, you won't be able to play the music for long because of copyright issues with YouTube. That's something that's definitely gonna get flagged. So I just wanted you to hear in terms of the sound. So in terms of the sound, they got you covered. Even though there's no sub in this car, so there's no sub, but still, what I can say is that you won't notice a difference in terms of how this car drives. It drives really well, and if you just want to drive coasting without any issues, this is the car for you. This is the car for you. And if you don't do any hard acceleration like what I was doing earlier, what I can say is that the car won't be screaming at you, and it will be accelerating in a very good way. So that's it basically in terms of the driving dynamics of this car. And in terms of off-roading, it drives very well. So I can just show you just a bit here in terms of how the car is. So in terms of the suspension is very good in terms of driving where there's no road. If that's why you're buying this car, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn back here. Yeah, man, that has been my review of the Toyota Urban Cruiser. So it does have its positives and it does have its negatives. It's all about what you think in terms of does the negatives or the positives outweigh the other, and in terms of the pricing, do you think it's worth the money or not? You can tell me all of that on the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe and support your boy, man. We haven't even reached 1,000 subscribers. Just support your boy. You don't even lose anything by subscribing. You know, you can still subscribe and not watch. All I'm just asking is that you support your boy. So as always, I'll see you same time, same place.